All right, thanks, Coach. EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Chicago Blues and our home team. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. A first carry for Trenton Cannon. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Here's Cannon. And not much. Maybe a yard up to the 29.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker, and what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
This defense looking for an early stop. This is 3rd down and 6. Operating from the gun. Moore throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. They'll get a couple yards on that one, and it'll be 4th down. And they'll send out their punter now. He'll kick it away after a 3-and-out on the opening drive of the game. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. And this will be taken at the 13. Spins past it. Another spin. 21 yards. Well done on the return. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? So 5 yards there as one of the big guys up front moved.
And in a 4-3 front, you've got the 2 defensive tackles right near the football. I know there's a lot of movement around there, but they're always taught to have one eye on the football. Apparently, that didn't happen.
So this helps to start a drive. After the penalty, it'll be 1st and 5. And on the ground they go with a running back. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
Watch it now, Barney. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains.
Gun!
They'll look to throw now on first down. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. They give them a gain of 38.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29. Everson Griffin in there to get him for sack number 9 now on the year. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And, he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a first down. After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10.
Back 99 Philly. Here we go. Watch him now, Barney. Barney.
Now they'll run it on the toss. Runs, and he'll take it into the end zone for a touchdown. A great effort there with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Bills have taken the early lead. Well, these guys have won 3 straight ball games and another good start to this one after the 6-0 lead.
And I've talked with so many different coaches, as have you, along the way, and they always talk about winning streaks and the mood of a team and how much easier it is to actually prepare during that time. Guys are sharp, guys are focused, everyone's feeling good, and we're seeing it early in this one.
And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division. Looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number 1 goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number 2 goal is win your division. Number 3 goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round. Rolling to his left. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. And this pass defense, they were sensational in the win last week, and they're looking good here so far in this first quarter.
We often talk about how offenses get locked in, and that runs over multiple games where they're really, in that zone. Defenses can be the exact same way, and I think we're seeing an example of it here.
They'll run with Cannon, and not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. Call it about a gain of 3, and they'll be looking at a 3rd and 7 coming up.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in the expected passing situation.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. They'll run it now out of the gun. Across the 30 to the 31-yard line. Call it a gain of 3, and it'll bring up 4th down. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
And he fields it cleanly. Great blocking, nearly sprung in there. 28-yard return. And that will come the offense as they take over. On the NFL scoreboard, an update from Los Angeles. It's the Rams that have grabbed the early lead. Remember to keep an eye on the ticker, of course, at the bottom of your screen for updates on that game and others around the NFL. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
They'll set up to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Leopard! Leopard! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. He finds Coleman. First catch for him on the afternoon, and it results in a 1st down.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route.
Detroit! Detroit!
And they'll run it here. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. And defensive back Jamal Adams in on the stop.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Detroit! Detroit! Gun! 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 Gun!
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. Wide open receiver complete. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. A big play there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Bills will extend their lead. Point after, right down the middle. And it's now 14-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. You mentioned very early on the need to establish a running game for this young QB. They really haven't been able to do that, though, in the first half.
So that means what in halftime? Adjustments time, right? Figure out what they are, figure out the things that they really want to accomplish, and who to run behind. Which are your better blockers? Find those guys and get in that direction.
Here's Warren to throw on 2nd down. And he will find his man on the outside. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. 13 yards on his first catch. It's a 1st down as well. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Ohio! Ohio! I'm here all day. I'm here all day. Ohio! Ohio! Flex round! Flex!
Ward now throwing on 1st down. Buying time to his left. And he will avoid the contact as he slides to a stop. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
I think the last two plays really illustrate how difficult it is to game plan against this guy because you know he can throw the football, but how about his use of legs as well? What we call those broken plays, you can't account for them.
Yeah, those plays, those two that you just mentioned, a microcosm really of how he can hurt you. They'll run. This is Cannon. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. Trent Murphy, the one to bring him down.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on second down. Now Ward, off the play fake, rolling to his right. Now the ball comes loose, and the Bills have recovered.
When I see a play like that, I come back to risk reward. I don't know about you, but is it worth it at that point, whatever you're going to pick up, to either take the hit, and in this case, lose the football?
So should have gone down. I mean, hindsight's always 20/20, but that's the safe play.
You're exactly right. Hindsight's really never wrong, is it? Because you can analyze it, but I think ultimately you got to look at it as a first option, taking care of the ball, getting what you can, and that's it. Don't worry about it anymore.
And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And he's going to bowl his way forward to the 48. It's Everson Griffin who made the tackle.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down, a very solid gain on that play.
Detroit! Detroit! Leopard! Leopard! Gun! 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 Gun!
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage.
Gun! 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 Gun!
On first down, he'll drop to throw. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. The intended target was Corey Coleman, and that'll bring up second down.
Well, they're slinging it, and then there's one you got to put a timer on, huh? I mean, that one came in hot.
Detroit!
That came in hot, but overthrown, out of his reach, and incomplete.
Gun! 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 Gun!
The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. He's going to loft one deep left side here. So the long attempt falls innocently to the ground, and it brings up third.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had to fly, just sending a guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said forget the underneath route. They went for the guy on the fly, but as you said, incomplete. He'll look to throw. He sets to fire deep. And a shot taken on third down, unsuccessful. 4th down now. They're going for a receiver there. Already has one touchdown in this first half. A second one not to be.
I like where their headspace is, though. I mean, I really like the thought process, right? You got a guy who's already scored one, right? You want to go back to him, continue the hot hand, and make them adjust to you defensively. I like what they were trying to get done, even though they weren't successful.
And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here, can't do it again.
You nailed every part of what was frustrating. Down on the scoreboard, had a drive going, had pushed it past the 50-yard line so they felt like they were in striking distance, and to come away with nothing, not a good feeling at all, to put it mildly. Now they can't afford to do that again.
Yeah, now can they get that bad taste out of their mouth here? And Sutton hauls it in over the middle. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. And that one results in 35 yards. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Ward on first down. He's going to loft one deep left side here. Got his man, and it's caught for a Chicago touchdown. In for the score. And his guys are able to close that gap just a bit. The fly route works for the TD ground.
And you know what the receivers love to say? If we get even with the defender, we're leaving. And that's exactly what he did, all the way into the end zone. And then he was on the business end catching it once he got over the stripe.
Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. The Bills offense now, they get set to head back onto the field. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. A gain of 3, second down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Now a handoff looking right. And he's got some space here. And they get this all the way inside Chicago's 10. A big play here for the Bills. 51 yards on the ground.
No. Check. Patriot. Over.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here, as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime. Now from the 9, here's second and goal.
Watch it now, Barney.
They get it to him running left. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Now a second timeout called for by the defense, as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half.
Leopard. No. Check. Patriot. Over.
Now they try the right side here. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense, as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1. No movement from the field goal unit. They've got 4 full yards to go here on 4th and goal to hit pay dirt, but they're going to go for it. He can run for it, and he will. And he's not going to get in. They stop him at the 1. They're turned away on 4th and goal. And the ball will go over on the goal line stand. To throw is Ward. To throw from his end zone. Trying to lay one up deep. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Yeah, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
To throw from his end zone. Ward. Flush to his right. And able to get a little more breathing room out to the 5-yard line. And now the Bills are going to stop it as they call a timeout. As they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. Facing the prospect of a punt from their own end zone, they need some cushion. Let's see what they can do on 3rd down. To throw. Ward going deep for Diggs. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
So possession goes over here on the punt. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. Now the Bills offense gets ready to head back onto the field. And this is a spot late in the clock near midfield, though. Maybe take a couple chances, see if you get in field goal range.
You do that if you have trust. And this should be a position now where the great ones, they relish this opportunity to try and put points on the board.
Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. On play action, they'll throw. Over the middle, the catch by Coleman. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. So we've reached halftime here in Orchard Park with the Bills taking the lead into the break. As now we send you out to Orlando and hook back up with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And we've got a penalty marker down here as he's able to get this only to the 20-yard line. And this is going to put him back with not great field position.
So they really got zero benefit at all, right? Sometimes you can absorb a penalty when you get a big return. Then the penalty brings it back, but you still have great field position. As you pointed out, not in this case.
Back to throw now on 1st down. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And able to get it across the 20 before they get to it. The drive starting with a 1st down, 11 yards on that pickup.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with a football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
12 yards that time and a Bills 1st down. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Gun, gun! Gun, gun!
And they'll go with a ground attack here. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Back 99 Philly. Here we go. Hey, we got four. We got four down.
They'll look to throw here on first down. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
Gun, gun!
Now a play fake here on first down. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
As long as you go through your proper reads and progressions, the drag route can be one of those old reliable plays because usually it's good for a good chunk of yardage, as we just saw there.
And those guys like it, right? They can get the ball with a full head of steam.
Especially against man coverage. Because man coverage, you're typically running away from someone and not worried about traffic coming out on the other end.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
I know you felt like saying touchdown there, didn't you, partner? That looked like a sure 6 points, but the contact jarred it free.
Got his hands on it, could not hold on through the end of the play.
Watch it now, Barney. Barney. Check. Crunch.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches. A lot to praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
And he will have the first down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. They only got 2, but that was enough as they'll convert to make it 1st and goal. Two of their 3 red zone trips so far, they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal.
No, check. Patriot. Over. Be good. Check nickel.
And they'll go on the ground. And a short pickup there down to about the 9. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
And the ball situated at the 9. 2nd and goal.
No, check. Patriot. We got 3, fellas. We got 3. Over.
He's going to get it running right. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage.
Gun!
One receiver left is Hilton. Looking to throw. The quick slant caught. Fighting for the end zone. He lost the football. It's out. And the defense says they have it. Yes, they've got it. Often on fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? But, hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem at all, my man. I'm not even going to tip it. I'm going to doff my cap to him. Congratulations. Big-time play. Knocking it free and creating something good for your team.
On the carry, it's Cannon. And he'll find a little space. He gets us up near the 10. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. Now after the false start, here's 2nd and 7.
Ohio! 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 Ohio!
Here's Ward. Off play action. On the move to his left. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. And that one good for 16, and the drive will continue.
As a general rule, offensive linemen like to know where their quarterback's going to be when he's setting up to throw the football. But sometimes they just have to get on the run, get on the move. He was able to do that on that play and picks up a first down with a nice throw.
And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That one's good for 35 yards on the ground and a first down. Well, this is the reigning NFC Offensive Player of the Week. Runs like that might get him another award.
Yeah, Thunderbolt right out of the gate, huh? How about that? Hitting the defense hard early. And, of course, carrying the momentum from last week into this week's game.
Ward now on 1st and 10. That's going to go as a loss of 7, and it'll set him back for 2nd down. Now Ward looking to throw on 2nd down. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Ward throwing on 3rd and long. Forced out to his left. Oh, did he hang on to it? He did on the dive. Nice grab. A very solid gain of 27.
Well, there's simply no sense in wasting a great catch like that on a short gain. Get downfield like you just did there and use it up that way.
No dink and dunk. So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 24. Back live here now in Salt Lake City, as it looks like we are just about set and ready to begin with the 4th. And on the ground they go with a running back. And he'll get about 5 here as he'll take this down inside the 20-yard line.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
To throw is Ward. To throw on second down. And he will score. Touchdown, Chicago. How about that? Their quarterback with his 19th touchdown, his second of the game. And his guys have made this a one-score game now. Tucker with the extra point. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. They've been asleep for a little while on this side of the football, Charles, and the score is just a one-score game now. Haven't had any points this half. What gives?
Let's go old school here. All right, let's get back to the basics. Get back to running the football, high-percentage throws. Find the guys that eat pressure and make plays for you and make sure they touch it.
They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. So a nice job to break the one tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. They hold him to only 2 there on the screen. It's second down. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8.
Now, obviously, that's some good work there defensively, being able to stop them and bringing up a key 3rd down. But if you're on the offensive side of the ball, there's an opportunity because I know what defensive guys are thinking right now. Just stop them, get to the ball. That means they might not be sound defensively. There could be some opportunities.
And you said key 3rd down. Highlight that word. Put it in bold. Here we go. Eluding the pressure right. And incomplete. He can't hang on. Would have been a nice catch. Instead, it brings up a 4th down.
There's definitely contact there, but it's the fourth quarter of a kind of tight game, and sometimes the officials just say, let them play. Kind of like your mom used to with you and your brothers. Just take the broom to you and send you out to the backyard and tell you to settle it yourselves.
I like that, yeah. There was contact. I don't know, like you said, enough to warrant the flag. It was close, though. 12 yards on the return that time. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. Now a handoff looking right. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. First down yardage on the first play of the drive, 14 yards.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
Well, partner, I guess sometimes it's just a matter of philosophy. Some say run until they absolutely stop you, and others say, well, when you think they're about to stop you, fool them a little bit. I guess they should have tried to fool him on that play.
To throw on second down. Moore. And the Bills are going to get him as he goes down. That's their first time getting to the quarterback, sack number 1. And, you know, they had 5 last week, I'm remembering.
And you have to find a way to slow down the pass rush, not necessarily with just protecting your quarterback, but you show them a lot of different looks, and they did that in the first half. You know, different angles, different things to slow down the speed. They got to him here in the second half. Now they've got to come up with a counter to that and maybe do something different.
Here's Ward, throwing on 3rd and long. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. Only able to get back a yard for his efforts, and that leads us to 4th down.
And, partner, I would guess that in his headset he was hearing from his coach, it's 3rd down, don't take a sack. And in this case, he's able to avoid the pressure and get out of there. He doesn't get the 1st down, but he does turn a possible loss into positive yardage.
1 score down, here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
Ohio! Ohio! Flex round! Flex round!
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. Facing a 4th down, they come away with 18 yards and the 1st down conversion. A couple of 1st downs has the football positioned at the 43 as they come up 1st and 10. And they'll run it here. And very little there. He might have gotten a yard. Yeah, I think he got a yard to the 41. Time for a break. We're back to see what happens after this.
Flex round! Flex round! Ohio! Ohio! Flex round! Flex round! Flex round! Flex round!
Ward now, looking to throw on 2nd down. Flushed out right. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off at the 35. And he'll take it across midfield and down to the 48-yard line.
And that one, it's going to hurt big time. You're in the 2-minute drill trying to get your guys down the field, and it's looking like they're going to go up just short, as this is definitely not his best throw. And it'll wind up being intercepted.
Leopard! Leopard!
That one looks like he'll throw here. On the right side, it's Hilton with a catch. 16 yards there, and the Bills have a 1st down.
Well, how about this aggressive approach? Got the lead, 4th quarter, continuing to throw the football. Are you thinking about Super Bowl 51? Atlanta had the lead against New England, and they ended up giving it up?
I was going to say, don't say it, but you did say it.
I did, didn't I?
Yeah, anybody watching Atlanta, our apologies. Now they try the right side here. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Wow, a personal foul at this stage in the 4th. Hard to believe.
Really hard to believe, and now that glow of hope that you had begins to flicker out, doesn't it?
Yep. So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10.
Detroit! Watch it now, Barney! Barney!
And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Now, defensively here, we're going to get a timeout, as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Have to imagine this will be on the ground as well as they come up 2nd and 7.
Watch it now, Barney! Barney!
And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. So he got free of 1 tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. And before this play happens, we're going to get a timeout here, as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
Leopard! Leopard! 4 down, 4 down. Over!
And they'll go with the ground attack here. And he will take this one in for a touchdown. A great play there. His second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Bills use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Extra point right down the middle. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a thought process in mind already, but they can't get ahead of themselves. They know that they need to score quickly.
Yep, 2-score game.
Onside kick and get the ball back and then score again, but they can't worry about the last 2 points. The only thing that matters is scoring quickly, then they'll take it from there.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And he'll find Sutton on the right side, complete. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. An ideal beginning of the drive there as they'll get 20 and a first down. Working the sideline there. Good route, good catch. First down, and he gets out of bounds.
Yeah, you have to like the play call because you have to run some guys down the middle of the field to draw some of the defenders away. They can't just let them guard the sideline exclusively. That's how it's going to work. Sidelines and then completions to use the clock.
Ohio!
Now Ward throwing on first down. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him to football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are, you know, make someone miss in the open field.
Ward to throw on second down. Past the 20. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. A gain of 32 that time. First down now, but that clock rolling. Of course, remember, you need a touchdown here and a field goal.
Doesn't matter the order, but they have to get it done and get it done fast.
Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. Steps away to his left. Showed off the toughness, but still corralled shy of the 5 at the 6. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's second down.
Now, that was not a bad scramble there on first down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off. And
this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off inside the 5. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. That's now a second interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. And some room for him there as he'll take this up to about the 15. And, Charles, I think when the schedule comes out, all teams, no matter where they're predicted to finish, talk about protecting your home turf. They were able to do that here in this one.
Similar to a tennis match, right? Not letting them break your serve. That way you hold on to it. They got it done, and they feel very good about that victory.
So for the home team here, they're setting themselves up as a major contender as they move to 8-1 now on the year. And they will hit the road next week. Meanwhile, for our visitors, the loss will drop them to 6-3 now on the year. And they'll be back home next week as they're set to take on the Carolina Panthers. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we